Hello and good afternoon. I am not able to attend the class. But here is a brief description of today's debate on Islamic cities. A brief preface to the Islamic architecture and urbanism. Islam is an urban religion according to following characteristics of Islamic thoughts. 1. Religious practices and beliefs relating to organization and authority, such as the idea of Islamic Republic. 2. Emphasis on social gathering, such as the value of consultation or shawra in Holy Quran. 3. Discouragement of dispersing and nomadism. Unity is every Muslim's duty. In family, neighborhood, city, and nation. There is always a leader from family level to national level. Being an urban religion has created cities shaped based on religious rules and regulation. This image is from Yazd, a city located in the central desert of Iran. Similar to other Islamic cities, the main landmarks are mosques and religious centers, in this case Taqiyya. Religious social activities are core of social life even in contemporary urban life in Islamic world. If you are interested to know more, I refer you to study on the idea of Taqiyya and the month of Muharram in Shia beliefs. There are 4 significant historic periods for formation of Islamic cities. 1. Early Islamic towns. Those cities received new converts, similar to the city of Medina in the age of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Those cities were called Dar al-Hijra, a place to practice Islam for newly converts. 2. The 9th century. In this era, the religion's role of Islamic cities was replaced by political motives. The main reason was that their traditional link with the caliphate in the East was broken. It created conflicts and loss of power, which resulted in urban decline. As Ibn Khaldun stated, "See all the lands which the rural and nomads have conquered in the last few centuries, civilization and population have departed from them." 3. The 16th century, the era of stability by Ottomans and Safavid dynasty in Iran, symbols of Sunni and Shia beliefs. This period was a golden period for urban life. 4. The 18th century to 19th, the age of colonization and urban decline. Physical factors of Islamic cities. 1. Natural laws, topography, weather condition. The first principle that defined much of the character of the Islamic city is the adaptation of the build form and plan of the city to natural circumstances expressed through weather conditions and topography. The image is Mosul in northwest of Iran, in Guilan province. It is only an instance of how Islamic cities intend to respect nature and natural resources. It created different spatial definitions for yard, terrace, and etc. 2. Religious and cultural beliefs. The religious beliefs and practices form the center of cultural life for those populations, this giving the mosque the central position in spatial and institutional hierarchies. The cultural beliefs separating public and private lives regulated the spatial order between uses and areas. The photo is an instance of how religious thoughts has created the center of social life. It is Nesh Jahan Square in Isfahan, Iran. The main spatial definitions here are, at the right, Friday Mosque, public mosque, at the top of the photo, private mosque for king. At the left of the image, there is bazaar or market, and finally, at the bottom of the square, you can find a considerable urban landmark, the palace of King Abbas from Safavid dynasty. These are photos of Isfahan, Iran, in contemporary era and the era of Marco Polo, Italian traveler. The image at the top left of the slide is the University of Tehran complex. It is a newly created complex not older than 80 years. But the central role of religious center was respected by French architect of this complex, Maxime Serroux. The image represents the importance of bazaar as a spine of the urban fabric. As you can see in the right side image, there is a cultural religious complex at the top which was connected to numerous educational and economic sectors by bazaar. Bazaar also created the opportunity to define a preface to private life, a semi-private entrance to private alleys, and then entrance of houses. The main morphological components of the Islamic cities are main mosque, sigs or bazaar, citadel or palace of governor, residential quarters, wall of the cities, exterior of the cities mainly dedicated to agricultural activities. This bird view of a city located in central desert of Iran shows how bazaar relates public and private sectors in urban fabric. 3. Design principles stemmed from Sharia law. The Islamic city also reflected the rules of Sharia or Islamic law in terms of physical and social relations between public and private realms. This principle influenced not only the city formation in Islamic world but also the formation of private houses. The image shows a house located in Kashan, central Iran. The photo at the top is the public central yard of the house, where guests and strangers have access to. And the image at the bottom of the slide is an image from a gathering hall for family members. The difference between private and public life could be easily investigated by the help of the floor plan in right side of slide.